Allan, the food dude's in studio with us now. Allan, you brought enough for Mark Randall. That's good.
I did.
Should do this more often.
Right.
Yeah, we got. Well, Ditch, this is all your fault today.
Oh, great. Well, because
last week you were bemoaning nothing was crunchy.
Yeah.
Nothing was
about
crunchy.
texture for me, Allan.
It's about texture. So this week we're going to go with, and is it hot or cold?
It's cold.
It's cold.
Feels cold.
Room temperature.
It's
Yeah.
room temp. It's not one or the other. All right,
You
pop
gotta-
it open.
On through the plastic real quick. You got a pet or something? I mean, this is.
Yeah, it looks like a pet rock. It's all right.
Yeah, it looks like a pet something.
Oh, boy.
Take a little
right.
sniff.
What do you
think, Mark?
I know what this is.
This smells good
But I've never
in
eaten
the
it.
neighborhood.
I don't think I've ever had it in this form, but I've got a good idea what it is.
Welcome to a little brownie bark.
Yes.
Never mind.
Yeah, little brownie bark,
That was
little
wrong.
cream cheese. Mm-hmm. There we go.
And a little crunch to it.
Did
Thank
I get you a
Allan.
little crunch this week,
Yes.
Dish? Was I good to you this week?
Well, it's like I told you. Same thing with the brownies. I like the edges where it's crunchy.
Yes.
Same thing with mac and cheese. I like to get the edges of the pan where it's got some crust.
Yep.
And some crunch to it.
Yep. Well, the brownie bark is, basically your everyday brownie mix, except you make it like a cookie.
Like real thin.
Well, but you don't add all the milk and the egg
Right.
and all that kind of stuff. Basically, it's brownie mix and butter. And in this particular case, I have a little shell. I have a little shell set up at home so that you get
Classy.
the little finish on the bottom that holds it together. And you get a little nice, you get the edges, you get the crunch, you get the nice little kind of semi-gooey center. So there you go.
It's got the little ridges, like
Got-
when you invite your la-di-da friends on.
Yeah, it looks like
This is high class.
What do you
man.
think, Mark? Yeah, it's good. I'm just waiting for the cloth tablecloth and
Yeah.
The
the napkins and the finger bowls to dip my finger in there. But the
It's
cream
got
cheese
the-
is
it's got the-
really good.
It's got the ridges. Looks like a seashell or something on the bottom
Exactly.
of it.
It is exactly that. I have a little seashell pan for when you want to make the la-ti-da stuff.
For the
as Jeff
fancy
says.
deviled eggs.
Yeah.
Yes.
When
Serve
does
it
the
on a doily.
When does the cream cheese go on?
The cream cheese is like when everything is done, you've got the level of crunch that you want. You got it makes a little divot right there in the center, and that's the perfect spot. Put you a little, as I love to say, put a little smear of cream cheese on that. And it breaks up, and again, this is not a terribly sweet dish.
No, it's just right.
It's little cream cheese, you got a little chocolate, it's not a ton of sugar in this. So it's a great light little breather for a snack or when you're doing, and I always picture this as kind of being what you put out on the table after dinner. So everybody can kind of, graze a little
Wander
bit
back
as
around
they
and
feel
come-
like, as you're watching the movie and that kind of stuff. This is good graze.
My kid has a business fair at her school.
Ooh.
I would highly recommend something like this be sold at the business
yeah.
fair as just walk by in a Ziploc bag, a couple of these for a couple bucks. Should probably make a killing.
Quick.
Selling brownies at school, Tim. What do you call this? A brownie wedge?
It's actually just
Brownie shell.
They call it brownie bark.
Well, brownie bark.
Well, it's anytime you make it really thin and you want to make basically just the crunchy parts.
Yeah. Spread it thin on the tray.
Yep.
You just throw it out on a cookie. Look.
Well, yeah, you put it out on the big
back
cookie
to,
sheet. Here we go.
Jeff's bachelor cooking. I don't need the shell or the scoop. I just spread out all on the cookie sheet. One big thin, like you try to make the giant cookie when you're a kid.
Yeah.
And there you go. It's all crunchy.
And then you break
don't
it
know if
up when
that'll-
it dries, and yeah.
Turn out right, but
Now, Allan, would you suggest maybe some sort of a jelly or something in place of the cream cheese? I'm thinking of different flavors you can put on this.
Oh, you can go berserk.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. The one of the best things you can put on that is like raspberry jelly.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll
some
just make
cherry
it
pie
crazy.
feeling.
Peanut butter.
The other
Yeah.
one is flip the script and use these as side decorations to a nice bowl of ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
Just have your little shell kind of sitting there on the side of the beach, and oh
Make
yeah,
it like a taco boat, and then it gets big, and then you throw in the ice cream. Yeah, yeah, you make it that big with ice cream in it. Ain't looking at a little shell, man. Funny. I like tiny Jerry Lee.
Yeah.
I need a full-size dessert.
So you need the conch shell version.
Right. Yeah.
So, Allan, what you're saying to me is if I complain more, I get more stuff like this.
Well, next one will have cheese. So there you go.
Yeah. Well, there's no onions in it. That's good.
I'm with you on that one.
I thought
There's
it was.
no limp onions, right?
At first, I thought it was deceiving. So when I open it, and first thing I do is I smell. And from the first sight, I thought that was going to be marshmallow on the top. I was like,
Right.
oh, these are little Mississippi mud
Little mud pies.
because I've had the full or the Mississippi mud cake, but I thought you were like put it in a little compact deal,
Well,
which is delicious if you ever want to make us
a
one of
little
those.
hint.
So you said you didn't put eggs or milk in this? Or
No.
what'd you say? No
It
eggs.
is- it is-
And what does that
It is
do?
your flour, your sugar, your cocoa powder, and butter.
And that's it?
That's it. Or whatever your favorite brownie mix is, and butter. One box of mix, 1 stick of butter. 1 cup of flour, 1 stick of butter. And it's fun because you're gonna look like something bad happened to you because the only way you can mix this stuff is by hand. Because you got to sit there and and let's face it, when you get done getting this mixed,
You've had a workout.
yeah, your hands are you're like, okay, I got finally made my little bit of loaf here, and now we can start breaking it out into food.
Now, next Saturday is Dr. Seuss Day. Should we be concerned about what you're thinking for next week's theme?
You should be concerned about that every week.
week.
Yeah.
That's true.
You're bringing in more mushroom jerky like you did that. Holy cow.
I've managed so far to avoid green eggs and ham, but I'm sure it could be done.
Green eggs and venison, or you know what?
Oh, yeah.
He does.
no,
Allan
venison's good.
Allan has
Ooh.
ventured in the creative wine
Oh yes,
making.
Oh, yes.
Green eggs and pulled pork sliders.
Green eggs and pulled pork sliders. Yeah, okay, that could happen. Yeah, we've adventured into the bizarre wine categories of like pumpkin, carrot, and jalapeno. They should
On the
not be
surface, that
good.
sounds nasty to me,
Oh,
but
they should
and
not.
I'm
be
not
that
necessarily a
good.
wine drinker,
They are just not. They should not be that good. That's
Yeah.
all I got to say. Is they're awesome. So
all right, Allan, where are you going to put this up at on for people to
all they got to do is pop over to the cookingtodayshow.com and they can follow along with our little culinary misadventures. And send us some ideas. Jeff's already putting in an order. Ditch is putting in an order. What would you like to see me feed these guys?
No, I don't know if I want people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't want my fate in
I don't
their
know if I want
hands.
people making those suggestions for us.
I don't want to leave it up to the people, Allan.
I don't want you people making choices for me.
We love you. We just don't trust you.
All right, newstalk989.com. We'll put it up there as well as some pictures. This was good stuff, man. Thanks, Allan.
Wow.